Hey everyone, welcome to my show, My So-Called Fabulous. I am Tiffany Blackman and welcome to my show today. How are you doing out there? Just want to check in and see how everyone's doing. And I want to talk to you today about image. How about your image? Because I am a little concerned about my image. Well, I'm going to say I'm a lot concerned. I do little pink. No, not at all. So I have brought in a friend and a wonderful colleague that I simply admire and adore. Everyone, welcome Liz Diane.
Hello.
Hello,
Thank you for having me.
Liz Nelson of Liz Diane Productions. Oh, my goodness. It's so great to have you.
Thank you.
And we are sporting our pink today, everyone. If you get on YouTube, you can see we are in pink because that's your favorite color, isn't it?
It's my favorite. It's uplifting and energizing.
That's right. It is. I love it. I love it. And I watched you and I'm like, okay, pink. My daughter this morning saw you on Instagram and she said, Mom, are you wearing your pink? Liz is in pink. And I went, oh, yes, I am. I'm going to wear my pink. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I'm excited to be here.
Oh, it's so great to have you. So tell me this. How you doing with this business and COVID? Because you are a couple of things, and we're going to get all of this, but you're an esthetician at Dr. Stephen Camp's at Orange Twist, right? No.
He actually does own Orange Twist Waterside, but I'm a nurse injector and among other things at his surgical office.
Okay, at the surgical office. And there's two offices I must visit, right?
Yes.
I do need to visit.
You have to come see all the things.
All the fun things, right? So you've been there how long?
A little over 2 years now.
Okay, 2 years. And let's go over your background because I'm just going to hit your bio here. First of all, it's your happy birthday month.
Woo!
Happy birthday. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to say your age because I didn't remember my age at the time. But you are much younger than I am. But happy birthday on the 27th,
yes,
right?
Thank
oh my gosh,
you.
the whole month of did you say we have 5 weeks in August?
5 weeks. It's a short last week, but we got to count it.
I know, exactly. So we are going to talk about the events that you do, but let's talk about you as a girl mom. You have 2 beautiful girls married to Reggie for 10 years.
Yep.
I just love when I watch you on social media, the love and that family.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, it's just uplifting. It is so wonderful. Your girls are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And precious. And you just had one turn 4.
Yes, she just turned 4.
Tyler Grace had her little birthday party, and it was flamingos, right?
Flamingos, yep. She used to call them mingos.
Oh,
so
my
we had
goodness.
to celebrate that way.
And then you have an 8-year-old.
An 8-year-old, my goodness. She's going on 16, and it's crazy being a mama.
Is it fun? It goes by so quickly.
It does.
Kennedy was just born, and she's 21.
Oh, my gosh.
I know, it goes so quickly. So tell me how you met your hubby.
I met Reggie at UNT. I went there for 1 semester. And I swear that's one and done. I transferred from OU and, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my career path and my study focus. And so I ended up at UNT where my younger brother was attending. And that's where I met Reggie.
Wow.
And it was just magic from the beginning, like those romance movies, just all the butterflies. And from there, we just, started growing our relationship. And I was just head over heels in love, and here we are still.
And you're still going strong. And then you went, did you finish? You didn't finish at UNT, no.
No, yeah. So I started in PR at OU.
There it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, believe it or not, back then I wanted to own a restaurant that had like a performance area, like in the old classic black and white movies where you could dance and they'd have singers. But from that point, I just kind of switched. Let's go into the medical field. We'll have a reliable job no matter what happens in the world.
That's true.
And so that's the pivot that I made. I went to EMT school and then I went to UTA and I finished nursing there and been nursing ever since as my main career.
Kennedy, a couple of her roommates are nursing, and whoa, people.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough to be a nurse.
Oh, my goodness.
It's just so science. And I respect. And oh, my goodness, thank you and everyone else during this time of COVID for risking your health for us. I mean, yes, as nurse esthetician. However, you you make us much more beautiful and much more safe as well. So I see how y'all doing that. Has it been an adjustment once you opened?
Oh, absolutely. We had to shut down. I think it was actually St. Patrick's Day. And then we reopened May 4th or 5th. And so during that time, we did a lot of team building, foundational coordination, a lot of continuing education as medical providers, and really just kind of packaged everything together in what we thought would be the safest approach with COVID, because nobody was, saying this is what the protocol is going to be. There was no evidence-based practice yet. And so we really had to come together and figure out, what do we feel will be safest for our patients to bring them back in and welcome them so that they can just focus on, the aesthetic treatments that they're wanting to do.
That's so great. Yeah. And you have your people back, and that's so great. I mean,
all together.
And I know it's a process. I mean, of learning, and we've talked about so many times on this show, what is right and what is, does the CDC even know? Does our local government? Does our national?
Exactly.
So we're in a dance. I really think we're in a dance, and I am praying this dance ends quickly. Let's
Tomorrow, we're ready.
I know. ASAP. So the girls in school, they're starting school again, or how are you doing that? Because you and your husband both work.
Yeah, it's been tricky. So unfortunately, we just don't have the flexibility to stay at home with them. And, we just want the best education and experience for them and social interaction. So we made the decision to send them back. And my oldest, they've announced they'll start September 9th with in person. And then the youngest, the pre-K, still hasn't announced. So we're trying to figure out, what is the schedule going to look like, just like everybody else during this time, and just, continue to do what we think is best and safest and
for your family,
day to day.
For your family. Yeah. Absolutely. And Reggie, did you say he's a firefighter?
He's a firefighter in Carrollton. And then on the side, he builds pools.
Oh, that's right. Your beautiful pool. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Thank you.
And thank you, Reggie. Again, first responder.
Yeah.
First responder. Putting his life right out there, and that is thank you for. Both of you. Oh my goodness! So
tell him you said that. We appreciate
it. Yes, absolutely. You have to make him listen, of course. Okay, so I looked through your resume, and I just asked you this morning, and I actually Googled it. You are a Fort Worth fangirl.
Yeah.
And I read Webster, which I'm not sure what Webster. I should have gone to Urban Dictionary. That's what my daughter tells me to do. Go to Urban.
Right.
So, but it's female fan, especially obsessive with comics, movies, music, and sci-fi. So does that have anything? I asked you earlier. I'm like, is this you? Is that you?
I love that you looked it up, first of all. Fangirling, I think, can be so many things. It's kind of all-encompassing. What gets you excited that you want to promote? And so, I've had my Instagram for a few years now, and I've been able to organically grow it through collaborations and connections. And so for a while, that was on my bio. Collaborations and connections, that's my wheelhouse. That's how I can help other people. I tried the retail side with Like It to Know It, and something still was just missing. I wanted to focus on Fort Worth, all the small businesses, the artists, the creatives that are doing new things and maybe need somebody to help promote them. And so Fort Worth Fangirl just made sense as my title, because that's what I'm doing. I'm out here seeing what magic these people are creating, fangirling over it, and just sharing their stories.
And that is amazing. And through you, I have found a couple of guests, and because you do, Liz, I've never met Liz until today. We've talked a couple of times, but I feel like I know her like she's one of my best friends, because that's what social media does.
Yes.
But I have said to my staff a couple of times, I love her. I just love her. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
And one of my staffers said, she loves you so much. It's, what I mean? You have a gift of fangirling. Now I know what it is for sure, but you have a gift, and it's so giving, and it's one of those things that's not one-sided. It's almost like, I know we have to monetize this business because it takes so much time, but it's honestly like you're just a giver, aren't you? Is that who you are?
Yeah, I think service is just, in my heart and soul. And so it just comes naturally. I just get excited to connect and just to give and see how I can help further. So I would agree.
When I've been trying to determine the direction. And, we're into the like to know it. We're doing all that stuff. We're checking all the revolve, all those things. And of course, the bottom line, you've got to love what you do and make a living, of course, or make it profitable. But I really want to help small businesses. I want to help our city. I want to help Austin. I want to help Dallas. I want to help Fort Worth. But that is what I want to do. So bringing in people on this podcast has really, it just makes me happy that people leave. And of course I promote them and they promote me, and that's what it's about.
Yes.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So your clients, so tell me, do you create this personal relationship with your clients? I mean, how are your clients? I mean, how are your clients feeling about all of this, about the COVID and the time of our lives?
So I decided to, really start pushing Liz Diane Productions in January. I've done collaborations and pop-ups and things like that for a few years now, but I really wanted to say, this is my thing. This is what I have to offer. How can I help? And in January, I pushed that idea with the Radio Ready Fashion Show at Galley Winter Art. And everyone was so excited about it. People were kind of, initially they were confused about the idea, how is this going to work? I don't understand. I haven't really been a part of something like this. And that excited me. I wanted to maintain uniqueness, but also surprise people the day of the event. Everyone loved it. They wanted to do more events throughout the year. Events just, it feels pretty easy to me to coordinate things, figure out what each person's, wheelhouse is or skill set is, assign them that duty, and I'll help bring it together for, the final presentation or the day of an event. And then COVID hit. And I said, okay, so how are we, so many other businesses, how are we going to adjust and continue with the excitement and help people? My phrase for 2020 was going to be power up. Level up. That was going to be my mantra. How can I help you do that? And so I just went back to the foundational principles of who I am, being service-minded and wanting to help people grow their confidence. So individual confidence in growing their business, etc. So we, kind of focused on virtual and getting more comfortable in front of the camera. So that, kind of allowed me to focus back on being an aesthetic nurse and personal image services. You have the magic in you. How can I help to bring that out so that you see it in yourself? Maybe you need to practice on a few things with, photography or doing stories on Instagram so that your clientele or people looking for services that, could utilize and help to maneuver their new business or their ideas get to know you better in front of the camera. And so that's kind of what I've focused on since then. I've worked with Atlanta K Art and doing Fancy Fridays and getting people excited and feeling positive and having something to focus on during the back and forth shutdowns.
Absolutely. So tell us, if for the listeners, who would benefit from you? Okay. Okay. So Atlanta K, we know Atlanta K, and we love her. She's going to come on here. I've done her Fancy Friday, so we're going to come on here. So promoting what she's done. So tell me, she's a client of yours. So who would benefit from your services? I mean, that's obvious, but tell us a little bit about your clientele.
Truly, it can be someone that's a one-man stop shop. Maybe they have an individual service. Maybe they're a personal stylist, or it could be a small business group that has 50 or less staff members, and they're just trying to create something that's creative, or maybe they don't understand social media, or maybe they want to connect with other local businesses and they just don't know how to tie the other businesses in or work together for cross-tagging and cross-promotion like you implied earlier with, the cross-sharing on social media. So anybody that would be interested in amping up their social media marketing, that's who I want to work with. Someone that wants to reach out to some people, but doesn't have the time to coordinate maybe a photo shoot or a video shoot where everyone could benefit from stock photos and use that to cross-share all over social media and increase impressions. I can help them with that. If someone is not confident in their maybe utilizing lives or the new reels on social media, I can walk you through that and connect you with different branding individuals that can help work with you on your website, but I could on the side be working with you as an individual so that you feel more prepared to speak directly to your clientele or customers or other small businesses that you want to work with for marketing.
And looking at, let's say I am interested in buying a potted plant. Okay. I go to pottedplant.com and they have their Instagram and there's 4 pictures and they're dark.
Yep.
And I feel so badly for pottedplant.com because that's not where it is right now. You've got to be in that world, right? Am I right? I mean, It's all about the beautiful photos and right. I'm just amazed.
The presentation, the virtual presentation is so powerful and absolutely valuable now because everyone is wanting to stay home for the most part, so they're shopping from home. Maybe you do offer to go or curbside on something, but they're going to go to your virtual sites, whether it be the website or the social media channels, and they're going to read your reviews and see who you're connected with. Do I want to take time out of my day, maybe risk my safety to go purchase these products or, utilize these services? What is going to prove it to me and make me trust you before I go to your business?
Exactly. Back before I started, so I've been on Instagram maybe a year and a half now, not long. And we had this conversation before we started the show. I am a helicopter mom and I own it. And I will until the day I die. But my daughter kept saying, Mom, you need Instagram. And I was on Facebook. Oh my goodness, forever.
Yeah.
And as a chef, as a cookbook author, what was I thinking? So I said, you know what? When I do it, I'm going to do it right.
Yes.
So give me a minute.
Oh, you have.
Thank you. And it takes a village. And so once she graduated, I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it. I remember posting my first one, nervous as can be. And it's just, I didn't realize what went into it. Oh, my stars. I didn't realize. It's not like Facebook. You just post that you're sitting there. You know what I mean? It's just a different thing. But when I did do it, we started and I said, you know what? We're going to make a business out of this. One of the most embarrassing things, someone said, oh my goodness, you're a chef. Let me see your Instagram. Oh my goodness, your cookbooks. Let me see your Instagram. I don't have one. I know this was back 2 years ago, probably. So what a disservice I did myself, but I was fine. But what a disservice I did not taking advantage of that. But I didn't have time. I wanted to raise my daughter. But now I'm in.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, it's so much. So you've been on Instagram, social media for how long approximately?
Oh, I would say
you're over 10,000, right? You're over the 10,000.
11 something. And, obviously it fluctuates with people's feelings and that's fine. I'm just here for the ride.
Right.
I think 4 years or so, but it took me a good 2 years to really gain momentum. And then probably last year, things got a little bit stagnant and all the algorithm changes and the Facebook takeover. So you're right. It's a lot of learning, a lot of reading, just trying to pedal to keep up and maintain the creativity that made me passionate about Instagram in the first place.
Liz, the changes in just a year and a half for me. And, I really did. I think I told you this in a text or something some time ago, probably months ago. I have said this many times. Did I get in too late? Like, did I wait too long in my lifetime? Does anyone want to listen to a 54, 55-year-old one, whatever I am, Paul? I don't know. But I'm going to do the math. So, but you know what I mean? Does anyone really want to listen? And, I'm making them listen for a minute, but you know what I'm saying? Like, was it too late? Because I see people that have hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm like, how did that happen?
That I am still trying to answer that, but absolutely not. It's not too late. There's a certain way to present your branding on social media. And it's not always about light and bright and colorful. You just want to be consistent in what you post. And I think the other side of it is kind of figuring out, how can I get more views on this post on my profile? Because it all syncs together. So if someone sees that post, they're probably going to come to your profile and then they're going to click the link in your bio. And then you're going to have more views on the website and more sales or whatever the case may be. Wow. So I think jump on in, get to learning if you're ready to learning, but always make it fun and never lose, that creative passion. with Instagram, because Instagram to me I always got excited about Instagram, versus Facebook, because it was like I was flipping through a magazine.
Right.
Creativity and color. And oh my gosh, look at that. I never thought of presenting something like that. You have one post. Now we're not limited to the characters in our caption, but it's just exciting.
I didn't know that was a thing. Was that a character
thing? It was a thing. You're limited to characters, kind of like
that.
Twitter, which Twitter I have no clue about Twitter, but
I know.
For another day.
I don't know what that is. But yes, I mean, that is just, I didn't even know. I mean, golly, I'm learning, but it's true. It's just beautiful. And I'll watch someone and I'll do that little tag thing I'm told to do. And I don't know how to find my tag thing or my saves. I don't even know where they are.
Learning.
Can somebody tell me where my saves are? But I was going to tell you this because I think about you. So you started out as a pediatric nurse, nurse esthetician. Now you're going back to your original passion of PR and marketing, and you're doing both. But when I open your page, your beautiful page, okay, I have a point here. I'm a chef,
yes,
but a lot of people wouldn't know I'm a chef by looking at my Instagram. You're a nurse esthetician. You have so many facets to your life. I'm use that word facet, but it's interesting because I left my food people for a minute because they were just such a small amount of my following.
Yeah.
It was fashion and beauty and interiors. And so I was called out. I mean, like, go back to your roots. And, and I have chefs on here, but it's interesting because now we're having to bring more food back into that. I need to have chefs on the show. And you know what I mean? So my passion was going in different directions. Does that make sense? So, you with your nurse esthetician, but I see when I open your page, I see the collaborations, the people that you believe in, and the products that you believe in, and good for you. But do you find yourself going, I need to go back over here, or being diverse in your feed? That's what
I have gone back and forth on that, especially the last couple years. Should I just focus on my before and afters, of the patient treatments that I do in the office? Should I just focus on family? What would make me grow more and make me more appealing in the grand scheme of the social media world? But like you said, I mean, we are multifaceted individuals. We're very diverse in what our interests are and our passions and the things we do in life. And I think that's part of what I want to present to the world. I focus on Fort Worth local, but to everybody, that's who I am. There are many different parts of me, and I don't focus on just the one part. As a mom alone, we wear so many hats. And when you're a working mom and you're an entrepreneur as well, there are going to be a lot of different parts of your journey that make you and help you to grow and learn. And I want people to know that and understand that. And I think that does open up connections to people that you may not have met had you just focused on that one, particular skill set or focus of your life.
Right. Do you do everything yourself? I mean, are you a one-man show, or do you reach out? And I can't. I can cook a mean steak, can I, Paul?
I need to learn those things. I need to have some chef classes.
I got you.
It's really, really hard for me to ask for help. I'm an Enneagram 3, Wing 2, and a Virgo. And so I just want to bundle everybody up in my basket and just take care of everybody. And, I kind of place myself on the back burner a lot of times, but I am learning to delegate and to outsource. And I have to do that with Liz Diane Productions because there are things that I'm interested in, but I just don't have the experience or the knowledge in, so photography, videography, I will reach out to other people. Sometimes I'll ask that prospective clientele, is there somebody that you want to work with or that you already have an established relationship, an interesting working relationship with that we can bring in? And I just, get to know people more by researching them and then meeting them in person. So I definitely need to expand my tentacles, I guess I should say, and to make sure that the best is presented and that the client has the best experience, whether I'm at the office, and say, I just don't know if I can do that for you. Let me reach out to my colleagues or the physician and see how we can make this a better experience or a better outcome for you. And that's the same thing when it goes with promotions.
Liz, I think I'm listening to you and watching you. I remember being that person. I'm going to do it all. I am going to do it all.
Yeah.
Well, you have 2 little girls and a husband and dual careers. I do remember that. And I think for me at that phase of my life, I was trying so desperately to ball on a budget. You know what I mean? For me.
Yeah.
And my husband has always said, and he sold his company. He had a successful career. And he said something to me, always hire people that are smarter than yourself.
Absolutely.
And I mean, not talking about, Intel, but I can't do the accounting for my home. I'm not going to attempt to do that. So, taking videos, I can be in front of the camera. My career has been in front of the camera, and I can do that. If I try to do a podcast by myself, are you joking, right? I mean, I can't do that, and taking photographs. I mean, I try really hard. I'm getting decent, but if I didn't have Audrey Dollins, to help me, so talented. And if I didn't have her to help me, I sink or swim, I'd be sinking. But it's true. But I've been there that I was that person of I'm going to do it all. Yeah. It was something about me, and I haven't done the Enneagram thing. I should, right?
It would be interesting.
Yeah, right.
It's interesting. I don't know much about it, but I did the test and I said, okay, yeah, I think that's accurate.
So, yeah, I've had several guests that have said they're a number X wing something. Wing. I don't know. There's a wing involved, right? So, yeah, I need to do it. You've done it, but you don't remember.
I have done it. I'm a 2 wing 3.
Okay. The helper? Is that the helper?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But kind of. Like I am to a certain extent.
And that's what the wing is. It's like the sprinkle of something else on there.
Okay.
You should do it.
Yeah,
I think
it'd be interesting.
I have a feeling you'd be a 3.
Really?
I think so.
What's a 3?
I don't know the title, but it's kind of like the helper, the promoter. You carry people under your wing.
Oh, yeah.
Service. Sort of.
That's her. That do be me.
That do be you.
Yeah, I know it. It's because every single guest has mentioned that to me. And I'm like, okay, I've got to do it. And Sarah Darby was on here not too long ago, and she was so into it. And I said, well, tell me what I am. She goes, that's against the rules. She was very, there's rules. I didn't know there's rules. So anyway, Okay. It's your birthday month.
Yes.
So let's talk about I'm just so excited. The senses. And you've explained it to me numerous times, and I should have held it for the podcast, but explain to me what's going on this month, because we have 5 weeks, as we said. Okay. Go ahead and tell us.
So obviously COVID has put quite the damper on our year. And so I'm all about, bringing excitement, spreading joy, getting people pumped back up, feeling great and confident. And so birthday month, I love to celebrate, but we can't really do in-person events, or, there's a lot of restrictions with social distancing. So I said, let's celebrate all month, and I want to continue to support local. So I'm going to hand select or have people reach out to me with a casting call to kind of ask for who would like extra support this month. And we're going to focus on the 5 senses. So the 5 senses was something that my success coach actually recommended I try to incorporate in any client experience with Liz Diane Productions. And so besides seeing something and hearing something, how can you utilize sound or smell, feeling into all experiences, even when we're virtual? So that's my challenge for myself and for these businesses this month, and then also reaches the viewers. You may look at this business as someplace that you get a health benefit from, for example, or that you purchase a piece of art or retail product from. But what other senses does it encapsulate and invigorate your body so that you feel better, that you stimulate the happy chemicals in your brain so that your day is more successful and you feel more confident in any of the work that you're doing? So that's my focus this month. And as a gift, in celebrating my birthday month with Alana, we're giving giveaways and promo codes to help support the businesses.
Oh, that's great. And you're doing it at 38 and Vine on the 21st.
Yes.
Okay, this is airing this week. So the 21st, is that on a Friday? That's Friday.
That's a Friday.
Okay. All right. So the 21st is on Friday at Okay, tell me about 38 and why don't I know about that?
Oh my goodness. It's in a little nook in the Foundry District. It's right near Craftwork Coffee and Gifted, Thrive
Yes.
Apothecary. I love the entry because they just have the boxwood wall with their logo sign on the side, and you just feel fabulous walking in there. But 38 and Vine has all kinds of wines and bubbles on tap.
Oh, my stars.
So it's a really cool experience. They've got beautiful furniture in there. They've done the interior design just fabulous. They had a private room. They work with Chef Claudia, who you had on with My Sweet Roots. She does their light bites, charcuterie boards.
Really?
Yes. And so I love them. You know, I've been there several times and enjoyed them when they're open, but I wanted to support them because they had to close again.
Oh,
because, you know, they're a bar.
No.
Yeah, they're titled a bar.
I was going to go after this.
Yes. Well, they have plenty of options for you. So you can they call it like a drive-through date where you get a bottle of wine, charcuterie boards in August. Well, I guess this month. It is August, isn't it? I can't even keep
It's
up.
your birthday month.
It's my birthday month. It's August.
You see, it starts happening. I can tell
does.
you in a minute, you're not going to know what age you are.
Oh my goodness. And that's fine. You know, moving forward, I just forget my age.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Okay.
But they're going to be doing at-home wine tastings. And so again, I want to support them. And so I asked, hey, you know, could we set up at your venue to promote what you guys do, to show your beautiful space as our virtual event venue host? And they were all about it. Absolutely sweet. And so we've got a 2-hour live event split between our profiles to celebrate several local guests, some people that you guys know, and some who are new even to us. Just to sort of, you know, reenact what an in-person birthday event would be like, but having you at home and watching on your phone or your iPad and just enjoying with us.
So you and Elena will not be there physically You will. Okay. You will doing a live there. Oh my goodness.
Yes. It's going to be fun. Something different, but I don't think anyone wants to miss out on. There'll be giveaways throughout and kind of like a little TV show, but on Instagram.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I'm so intrigued with 38 and Vine. I want to talk to them.
Yes,
I mean, that is great.
It's so fun. They do a great job with all their presentation of their services.
So are they more, so let's say there's no COVID and they're open. Are they more like a bar? Or like a boutique wine tasting?
Exactly. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So you come in and you get the little swipey card and you can go straight up to the tap and you have a certain amount. So you choose your package, you seat just like you're at a restaurant, and they kind of explain, these are what we have on tap right now. There's some that they, you know, follow by season, or maybe they have specials from other regions that you may want to try. So they'll educate you first. Then you get your card loaded and you go have fun at the tap. So
get your card loaded, or do you get loaded?
Well, you won't get loaded yet. Once you get the card loaded, then you'll go load up and you can just enjoy date night or girls' time and do your light bites. And it's great.
And it's great for an event, I'm sure.
Yes.
Oh gosh, that's
so
wonderful.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that would be part of the taste week?
Yes.
Okay.
Taste week.
Okay, because all right, so you started with smell, and oh gosh, the stems.com, there's beautiful floral delivery. I mean, and they deliver, right?
Yes.
Okay, I saw that on your Instagram. So the smell part, and then C, last week, right? Or is that this week?
C is this week.
This week. Okay, gosh, I don't even know what week it is.
I know.
I know. So this
Can't
week.
keep up.
So that's okay. Elena's on there, and you've got several people on there. So C, I love that. And next week is here.
Yes.
That's right. And I'm on the list. I know.
Yes.
I love that. So all of these things, just celebrating, and I love it because you are really rallying people to understand and to know the local business.
Yes.
Did these people reach out to you? Were you going to offer what does that make sense? I'm sure.
Yes.
How you promote?
So I did have what I called like a virtual casting call with a post. And I think that was early last month. So early July. And so I had some people give recommendations. I love this business, and they tagged them. And so I started the conversation. Some reached out for them. You know, they're new, or maybe they're wanting to expand their reach. Other people were just ones I was excited about and I hadn't made that introduction yet. Or you guys were doing something new and exciting that I thought would be very uplifting for followers. So that's kind of how I picked who could I manage for the 5 weeks of the month.
Exactly. And Elena will be there. She's done a special, a piece of art, right?
Yes.
What does she call it? Pouring? Or?
It's resin.
Resin.
And we duo painted that. So we worked together.
You did?
Yes. Oh my gosh. And painting just for me was so difficult because I lose that element of control. And so she was saying things, just splather the cup and make the mess. And, I wanted to stay in my little box and not get my apron dirty.
Right.
So that was kind of fun to experience that. And it turned out beautifully. It's on the website. So I'll be sharing that on my social media profiles. It's for sale. And the majority of the profit is going to benefit Community Frontline.
Wow.
Who's a local group of men who just want to improve situation for the underserved and educate the community so that they can feel empowered and educated to support their families and their situations. And so absolutely this year, this is something that we want to support. And so we're so happy to be working with them on that.
So the proceeds go to
Community Frontline.
Okay. And that's your philanthropy for this.
Yes.
That is great. Okay. Now that is a local Fort Worth philanthropy.
Yes.
One more time, tell us exactly what they do.
So their mission, you can go to communityfrontline.com, but they are men. And so they are trying to educate other men in the community to understand their needs better and how they can improve education, communication, and also supporting the families that may be underserved or struggling in certain areas. So one of the founders is actually on the Fort Worth ISD School Board.
Wow.
There are some that, work very in close connection with law enforcement, with health professionals. And so they really try to take all aspects of the community and figure out where are there issues that we can improve? And they open up the communication. They're not worried about that at all. And then they promote in means that they think would be appropriate and beneficial.
That is great.
Yes.
Especially now. I'm sure that during the way the world is right now and what's going on with the COVID, I'm sure that there's a lot of people in need that we are just missing.
Yes.
Yes. There is a population that's missing. And well, good for you guys. That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be listening. I will be watching and listening. Okay, so tell me about this success coach. You mentioned that to me some time ago.
Yes.
So tell me, how is that like a life coach, or how is this? Tell me about your success coach.
It's similar to a life coach. Robin Smith is my success coach. I met her. I actually did a pop-up at the office, Stephen Camp's office, and it was just bringing people in, to kind of see our new services, but most of them, I titled them Boss Babes. So local leaders in the community that were female that I thought, I saw that little sparkle, some magic that I thought they could help other people and, connecting with. And that's where I met Robin. And Robin wants you to look at all aspects of your life, whether it's personal confidence, health, family, finance, success in whatever you're doing with your career, all encompassing. How can she help you be more successful and grow from where you are? She's an accountability coach. So she works with you every week or every 2 weeks. And with my creative mind, it tends to be every 2 weeks because I have so many things floating around in my head and so many tasks that I feel like I have a never-ending brain dump, a never-ending to-do list of things that are exciting or absolutely, must get done by the end of the week. So I meet with her 2 weeks just so I can kind of work through everything that I'm thinking of and create a plan for it. And she says, okay, so the last 2 weeks you told me this, what have we gotten done from there?
Wow.
Or, you may have halfway checked that off. Let's see how we can check it off so you're more successful and you can move forward in something else at this point and just let that grow on its own. So we talked about outsourcing and delegation. She will tell you have to do that and you have to incorporate that in your life if you want to make more money and grow further with success.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
I need that.
Yes, you'll have to meet her.
So what is your most difficult task to complete? I mean, what would you say that would be the number one thing that she has to work on with you?
Truly, it's responsibilities at home. So she tells me all the time, you need to outsource your meal prep. You need to outsource cleaning.
Okay.
And I struggle with that so much because I feel like if I have, these off days, I can take half of this day to do all the house cleaning and the laundry.
No.
Yes, she says you lose your hours, you lose your energy. And that's something that I'm still working on. So.
Yeah. I mean, Liz, come on.
I know. I need to get with it.
I know that, but that may be what we were talking about, you holding everything in.
Yeah.
I know, because I think no one can clean my house like I could. Right. But right now with my schedule, there's no way. I mean, it just wouldn't happen.
Just take away from
and
something
my
else.
OCD is insane. Oh gosh.
It's hard.
Yeah, there's not if there's a pen out of place, I'm just like, who left this pen over here? Mm-hmm. So yeah, well, that's good. And you feel, how long you've been working with her?
Probably since the beginning of the year.
That's good.
Yeah.
You started your business, your second business, when I did. January 15th is when we started this podcast. And and it was rocking along great.
Yeah.
Hello.
Absolutely.
Hello, Mr. Rona, Mrs. Rona, whatever her name is. Okay, you mentioned something, and I know what it is, but I want you to explain to me, because people have asked me, what is a pop-up? What is a pop-up?
Yes. So truly think about popping up. If you just popped up at your friend's house, you just showed up, maybe you brought some goodies to share, some activities to do. That's the same concept with small business pop-ups. And so a lot of, for example, let's start with boutique retail business. A lot of them don't have a brick and mortar yet, but they need to grow by selling their product. So some businesses will offer pop-up opportunity where they have, a seating area, a reception area, or open space where someone can set up their retail product and have a temporary store set up. And so pop-ups are something that are super exciting, and small business can take the opportunity to gain new customers, invite customers they already have into this business, for example, our office, to get to know what those services are and just kind of cross collaborate,
right,
and grow a little bit more. I think people get really excited about that. And some established businesses that already have, their brick and mortar, they're doing sort of pop-ups with their little carts, if it's popsicles or their food trucks. Some boutiques even have cute little, what are those, Airstreams, and they'll pop up different places or allow an opportunity to come to your home with everybody, staying home. So I think the event industry is sort of gearing up to prepare for that as well. If sports, open up people have to stay home, but they, want to still be involved with what's going on in the world and support businesses and the economy. So it's a really cool idea.
Well, and I would assume if let's say you and I had a line of something and we haven't spent the money on the brick and mortar yet, that would be a good idea if there was energy there. And because I don't know about anyone else, and I think I'm old school with this, but I have a difficult time unless I know it's a certain size and Adidas tennis shoe that I'm going to buy, and I tried it on. But I'm a try-on girl.
Yes,
I really want to go to these places.
Feel the fabric, see how it wears on you. Yeah,
I know, and I'm so bad at returning.
Oh, it's the worst. I hate returning, especially if it's online and you have to box something and mail it up.
Oh dear,
the
returning is not my ish at all. So I love the idea of everything reopening, and let's, and I love going to Tory Burch, and I go in there and my friend Julie that's helped me for years. It's just like, we're all afraid, and like going to the grocery stores, we're all afraid, and it's just
weird.
So it is weird. I mean, it is so strange, and I get it. I respect everything, but it's just so weird. But these pop-ups, that's great. I love that idea. I love that idea. Okay, I'm going back to nurse esthetician. Tell me some of the services that you guys offer there. I mean, the gamut. I mean, do you go the surgery and okay.
Yeah. So Dr. Camp offers basically head to toe surgeries. So he does, upper lower skin, the bleph surgeries, kind of tighten up there, facelifts, rhinoplasties, lip lifts. He does, mommy makeovers, which includes breast and tummy, thigh lifts, all of the things. So anything that you feel like you may need some tailoring, which I love, he uses the suit metaphor. If you have a dress or a suit that just needs to be tailored a little bit, he can help you with that. Kind of battling aging a little bit, but, not overdoing it, not changing your natural appearance, just kind of tidying things up a little bit, we can say. And then on the non-surgical end, I get so excited about skin. I love skin health and improving skin. So we have a laser there that does non-ablative and ablative lasers. So it helps with sun damage, pigmentation, age spots, texture, collagen production for helping the skin look tighter and more radiant and refreshed. All of the facial injectables. So the lovely Botox that we all love.
Love me some Botox.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. Facial fillers. We do cool sculpting and cool tone, which are just non-surgical body contouring options. Kybella, which is an injectable fat eater acid, which is exciting too. So there's vaginal rejuvenation and then facial treatments like peels and hydrofacials.
That's right. I just did cool tone.
Yes. What'd you think?
Legs. Loved it.
It's so good.
I did before that. I did. Oh my goodness. I did Fraxel on my legs first.
Oh,
yes, ma'am.
Ouch.
That burned.
Yes.
And then I did the cool tone. And I'm just at that age. The collagen is starting to seep out. It was just the top area of my legs.
Yeah.
And I didn't need the cool tone because I work out. I would do work out quite a bit.
You do.
And eat healthy. I do. But then there's wine. But
balance.
But
it's
it
all
did
about balance.
right. And yes, I highly recommend it. It did not hurt.
No.
It did not hurt at all. It was so
easy.
strange. Yeah, it was
you don't have to take your clothes off.
No,
I mean, it's
just
so easy.
had my little Lulus on and had it done. So yes, I would do it again for sure.
Good.
But yeah, I would definitely do that. Okay. The laser you were talking about, that's the halo?
The halo is one of the attachments. So it's a Cyton jewel. And the way we describe it is like the 2.0 of the IPL photofacials. So it's like the Lamborghini of all the other lasers.
Wow.
So there's less downtime. You heal faster. Generally, it's more comfortable. So, we numb for one of the treatments, but not all of them. It's really easy to do. You just relax in the chair for 20 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on the treatment. And there's so many attachments. So we can just work and polish until we get to that look that you want. And then you just do every 90-day broadband light lasers, which regenerates your skin.
Wow.
And actually makes you appear younger.
Really?
Yes. There's a Stanford study. It's fascinating.
You're kidding.
No.
Okay,
it's
I need the
amazing.
halo.
Yes.
I need the halo. Is there a better time of year to do that after summer maybe? Or
Yeah. Most people think they have to kind of stick in that box, but it just kind of depends on what your lifestyle is like. So a lot of people in Texas, they like the lakes, they travel to the beach. So obviously you want to protect your investment. So you stay out of the sun for 2 weeks before and then after, but then you're always going to be thinking, I took the time to really refresh my skin and get rid of damage. So how am I going to protect my investment going forward so I don't create new damage and wrinkles?
Right.
Yeah.
Liz, I work so hard on my skin inside and out. And we were in Cabo a couple of weeks ago, and my family laughs at me because I cover everything. I mean, I work so hard on my body, but I cover, I got the SPF shirt down to my,
Yes.
and the tops of my legs, in a big hat. So I really do, but I'm in that hormone phase of my life where I'm starting to get the brown spots.
Yes. They just start showing up.
It starts
those
showing
little
up.
guys.
Thank you. It was when I was on top of a building when I was in college. My sorority sisters with baby oil with iodine on it with that the silver mattress or the silver blanket.
The reflector.
Yeah, it was great. It's good times. Yeah, showing my face like I know.
It's such a common story, and it's so interesting. We have a diagnostic machine that'll actually tell like the health of your skin versus your actual age and all the damage underneath that will eventually come to the surface, and it's completely eye-opening when you see that.
Yeesh.
You're like, what did I do? My goodness.
I know it. And we just didn't know.
Yeah, you don't know. And then think it's normal. And it's a generational learning. We're having to remind our teens and 20-year-olds at this point, and I think they're more open to listening because there's just so much education out now. I wish I had that, when I was younger.
We had the internet. No, I had Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah, and you had to flip through everything.
They weren't talking about sunscreen. I can tell you.
Right.
For sure. Yeah. And my daughter's really good because she's a family member on her dad's side that did pass of skin cancer. And she's at risk. We watch her like a hawk.
Yeah.
Because make sure she's a dermatologist being super, super careful.
Absolutely.
But anyway, yes. Okay, so those services. Well, I may have to come see you about the halo.
Yes.
Yeah,
Make
and
an
that
appointment for
diagnostic
you.
machine.
It's so cool.
I'll be
Lots of
sad
cool
though.
learning. No, I think everyone's like, oh my God, this is going to be the worst. But you just kind of take it as knowledge. And we always cross-check after treatments. And so you can see how you're growing and improving beyond that. So it's just a baseline. That's all.
So you've mentioned, and I saw in your bio or your website, are you still own Airbrush Tanning?
I don't. So I'm still certified. I still have my certification to provide that service. I just do myself. I just started getting too busy.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm wearing my tan right now.
You do? I mean, I'm seriously.
Yeah. I mean, and you're wanting to promote healthy skin. And so, of course, I
Yes.
just spray it on and it lasts 7 to 10 days and that works for me. But I used to offer it at the office after I started working with the camps and then things just started to grow and we expanded our staff and our services. And so it's just gotten a little too busy, but generally I'll refer out to local businesses that offer the same services.
I'm in 1000% because it's not what it used to be.
Yes.
The orange.
So much better.
With creases.
Yes. Oh,
what makes it so different? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember that from, oh gosh, I'd just stand there and it'd spray me.
Yeah, it was like
an orange.
The boost. Yeah. So I think sunless tanning came out around the 50s or 60s and it was carrot juice based. So keratin. So there's the orange for you. And then, they've really improved the technology of things. And a lot of the solutions that are used now are organic, vegan, erythrulose free, fragrance free. And so any skin type can really, take on and absorb that product without having any type of irritation. It just looks natural. But they tend to use things like sugar cane and beets to kind of create that peachy, natural. And for different skin types. I mean, if you have a darker skin type and you don't need the same type of product with that brown peachy, turnaround, then they have a different type that focuses more on maybe the green hues or maybe the violet hues. So the chemistry is just really cool.
That is amazing.
Yes.
I mean, can you imagine that?
Oh, yeah.
Beet juice. Oh, gosh.
Beet juice.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so I read this, and so we had family in this weekend, and they educated me because I saw you are very into because it's Sea Week with your the five senses. Shark Week.
Yes. It's so nerdy, but I love it so much.
I mean, Liz, you lose me. I'm watching your stories and I'm like, okay, wait, no, it's gone. Wait, I don't know. So I thought, okay, you talk about a nerd. I thought Shark Week was just everyone sitting around watching Jaws all week. The movie.
I could see that.
Yeah,
yes, I could see that.
That's where my brain is, the Jaws. That's what I thought it was. But it's very educational, right?
It's been around for like over 30 years now. I want to say like this is like the 34th year. And I've been, living for it all of those 30 something years.
Have you?
Yes. So National Geographic and Discovery, they basically follow and bring on a lot of marine biologists, underwater cinematographers, and these teams that promote the health and, the continuation of life for all these different species of sharks and the water ecosystem and the ocean ecosystem. And I am terrified by sharks. And I think that's part of my fascination. I would never cage dive. I think I would just faint and just be floating there. I couldn't do that. But I just have so much respect for that animal being so huge and it looks so terrifying, but they, have a specific purpose and they're part of the balance of that water ecosystem. And so it's so fascinating. And so I love to have fun and be jovial with all of the Shark Week education. And I think people have kind of caught on over the last 2 or 3 years of me sharing it on my Instagram. And it's just fun to laugh and be silly with people.
It is so funny. I mean, and she had a cake on her Instagram with a shark.
It was, another social media shark enthusiast. And she does really crazy stuff that I could definitely not put together. Right. But I thought that was so fun.
So 2 nights ago, I said, oh my goodness, Liz is doing Shark Week. Of course, my daughter and I are going, gosh, are they just watching Jaws the whole time? So my friend said, no, it's so educational. It's I'm sorry, Shark Week people. I'm sorry. I'm marine biologist, but
we're creating a new fan here.
We are. So I was in the kitchen, I was cooking and they were watching it. And I'm like, wait, oh my goodness, that's something.
It is.
Yeah. And I'm scared. I don't get in the water. I'm so scared of everything.
Yeah, all the things. Just respect the water and, admire it from afar.
Do you get in?
I do.
The beach, the ocean?
Yeah, I've gotten to a certain depth. I don't think I could go out on a boat and get in the water. I'm just not a strong enough swimmer as it is. And then, everything that's in there. I'm like, I don't want it to touch me or to attack me or.
No, I couldn't do that. I could not do that.
I just watch from the boat.
Are your girls Shark Week fans?
Yes. So the little one seemed a little bit nervous this year. So I was like, oh no, we might have to be careful about the shows, but they're totally into it. My oldest, I can ask her trivia questions and she'll snap back with the correct answers. Oh, I'm just a proud mom.
Oh gosh, of course you are. Proud one. Yeah, we talked about the helicoptering.
Yes.
You said you're not really very.
Try not to be so much, but give them, their
give
freedom.
Some space. Mm-hmm. Not me, girl. I was doing this.
All up in it.
Okay, let's one more time because I want you all to watch on the 21st. Yes. What's the time?
From 4 to 6 p.m. So it'll be on Alana K Art's profile first.
At Alana K Art.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we'll switch over to mine, and we'll direct everybody on how to do that and really pump the promo the week of.
Okay. So the people that do not know how to do this, now I have a tutorial on my highlights of how to watch a live.
Yes.
But to watch a live, you go to Instagram. And you do what?
We go to Instagram. So if you're not currently following us, you'll click the little magnifying glass at the bottom of the tab and you'll type in. So first you would type in Alana K Art with no spaces. And then when you get to her profile, on the top left would be her profile picture. And generally it'll have a little emblem underneath that says live if we've already started the live. So at 4 p.m., you'll just click on the story and it'll take you right on as a guest of the live. And you can comment and you can click the heart button to show you liked that idea. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's very engaging and it's just something fun to watch that we can kind of turn into a post later if you can't join us.
Exactly. And then they could go to, would it be at Fort Worth Liz Diane, FW Liz Diane, or are you at, which one?
We're probably going to do Liz Diane Productions.
Liz Diane Productions. So that's where you would go on Instagram to find you.
Yep.
And your little face is right at the top in the highlight section. It'll say live.
Yep.
So the first time I did a live, my goodness, my daughter kept saying, don't hit that join. Don't do it. I didn't, I wasn't doing a live. I was like, I think it might've been Elena. And so I joined in. They were trying to, it was my face on there. So, okay, you were going live and learn for sure.
Truly. Yeah, you just have to test it out.
Absolutely. And the lives are have you done several?
Yeah, we did a lot this summer, when everything was shut down. So I did stuff with the office. I did stuff with other businesses. And some, just got on and just say, hey guys, how are y'all doing? Let's engage for a little bit since I can't be in person.
Check in for sure, right? I know. Okay, so we're going to see that. We're going to have there are giveaways and all kind of fun stuff. And I am going to definitely try that place. Where is it?
38 and Vine.
38 and Vine.
Yes.
I can't wait to load my car.
I know.
Load my car. And they sell bottles of wine or no? They do.
They'll do bottles. Yeah.
They'll do bottles and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So we're looking forward to that birthday month. And I appreciate you letting me be part of it as well. That's very, very, very special. But anyway, thank you so much for coming. It's so nice to finally meet face to face.
Nice.
You all know that you just feel like you know each other. I think I told you this. My husband will go, he doesn't go to the grocery store anymore, but he will go to the gym or something and someone will go, hey, Greg, how you doing? He's like, hey, because I have him on there just to follow me.
Oh,
I need all the followers I can get. So
he seems so sweet.
He's a sweet guy. I've almost caved him to come on the show.
Yes. Got to make it happen.
We've got to get him on here.
People want to hear.
He is so close. He's so close. And I'm in negotiations right now.
Oh,
we need to coax him with something.
I don't know. Well, you know what his love language is.
Oh.
I do.
Yeah, he's not. No, I can't promise that right now. No, he's seriously though.
Let's see, what's his favorite alcohol then?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And food.
Little snack board.
You know what? Yeah, right.
38 and Vine. There you go.
There you go.
We could just trick him. And just say, hey, Greg, I got to let you see something.
He would kill me. He would kill me. But it's amazing too. The Instagram, I digress here. The Instagram, if I see a picture of you and Reggie, I'm all in. I like it. And it's funny because the majority of my likes, if I want a lot of likes, it's him or Kennedy with me.
Yes.
And that man has 3 followers.
Yes. I've told Reggie that too. You need to be in more of my posts because I get so much engagement when you're in my post.
What is that?
I don't know. They want to see the fam, I guess.
Yeah. That's what someone told me, that we like to see that you're a normal, other than the staged photos. And they are.
Yeah.
Are. I'm going to take off my dress and I'm going to put on my Lulus this afternoon.
Absolutely.
That's not reality, but it's interesting though.
It is.
Well, you and your precious family, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you coming on and supporting and sharing and loving this community and being the biggest fangirl I've ever known.
Yes, ma'am. I'm so happy to do it. Thank you again.
And everyone follow Liz. FW Liz Diane is your private, right? Or your personal?
That's my personal. Mm-hmm.
And then Liz Diane Productions is definitely follow her.
Thank you.
And everyone, please go to YouTube, rate, and review so we can get up in that podcast world. We're working on that so hard, and you're doing it. You're helping us. And follow me on Instagram at Tiffany C. Blackman. And everyone, have a wonderful day and keep being fabulous.